you said you found somebody else, and I hoped that this wasn't goodbye, but I can't help but wonder what went wrong to make forever dead and gone. You said I don't want your body, but I know that you can find yourself somebody else. Your love is gone cold and it doesn't feel like home when I hold you close. And I'm looking at you, trying to figure out if this is what you really want.
1, 2, 3. Is this thing working? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Aliah. So as you can see, I'm not in my room. I'm outside in my backyard, and I wanted to make this video because I've been crashing out lately. Not crashing out, but I've just been starting to realize a lot more. Sorry if you hear the wind, but I really wanted to change up the scenery a little bit instead of talking in my room, as always. Today is February 14, 2024. Wait, what? Today is February 14, 2025. I have been single for about 5 years now. 5 years is crazy. And you may be thinking, 5 years single? Yes, more or less, if you will. I have an ex that I was very much in love with. A situationship that I thought loved me but treated me very badly. A boyfriend after that, but I don't consider it a boyfriend because we weren't together longer than 6 months. So, and then I had another talking stage. Honestly, I only count 2 of them, more or less. I've only been in love once, which was my first love. That whole theory, everything, very true. But honestly, the whole first love thing, I really separate, the person. You know, my first love is back in 2019. Yeah. So I very much, separate. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, but I just, days like this, it just shows, how people actually think of you and how people actually care about you. I feel like all through the years, with everybody that I've dealt with or talked to, I don't want to say it's wasted time, but in a sense, I've learned my lessons, right? I've learned things from going through these things, how guys really can be. And it's really sad that I had to go through all these things to be where I'm at now, but I had to go through it. You know what I mean? I guess it was necessary for my growth as a young woman, as a person. I am now 23. I'm 23. Am I 23? Yeah, I'm 23. Or am I? Oh yeah, I'm 23. Going on 24 in April. I still haven't made anything of myself, and it's kind of pathetic, kind of sad. And I'm man enough, more or less, to admit that I have become nothing. I think my prime years were 21, 22, and I really wish that I would have gone farther with my life, but I think all I wanted to be was loved. All I ever wanted was to be loved and for me to grow into a person that I've always wanted to be. Something about when a man loves you right, you just feel like you can do so much more in this world. And because I wasn't being treated right and I didn't have enough self-love then, I just let them walk all over me, and my focus was solely on whether this person was treating me right or not, which is pretty sad, but that's how a lot of us girls are. And if you say you're not like that, well then teach me your ways, because I don't want to be like that. I think on days like this, it makes you realize that, okay, these boys, they don't care. Boys, boy, whatever you want to take from that, they don't care. You know, like, they just don't care. And I feel like when you continuously see them, or you give in to their text or whatever, all they're doing is trying to get a ego boost. They don't really care about you, which is kind of sad, right? It's like, oh, I'm gonna text her. If she responds, then I know she still wants me. But it's not necessarily because they care. It's just like, oh yeah, she still wants me. You know what I mean? Which is pretty sad because, you know, in doing that, they're messing with people's emotions. My emotions, to be exact. And especially if you're like a girl and say you like this person or were in love with this person at one point or whatever it is, of course, if they hit you up, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like, hi, you know, hi so and so. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video instead of crashing out. Well, I did crash out a little bit on my spam account. I was just laying it all out there. Not all of it, but like, I was just sharing stuff, you know, sharing posts and thinking, wow, like, I can't believe I've technically been single for 5 years. I have not. I mean, there was one relationship, but I don't count it because it was under 6 months. And not that I didn't like him. I think he just came around at the right time to where I needed to move on from someone and get away from someone else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right now I'm currently working at a boba shop. I'm currently trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life because I know I can't find a man. Finding a man these days and waiting on them to be the ones to take care of you is so stupid. Not gonna lie, I always had this dream that I wanted to be taken care of by a man. I'm gonna just do all these things for a man, and that is the dream for most of us girls. Like, let's be honest. Which girl would not want to live the simple life and just be loved by their man and be taken care of to the end of time? You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the dream. But we cannot depend on these men because they cheat, they lie. I saw this one post on TikTok. The guy, he was saying about how a girl texted him or asked him, like, do you think a man, like, what's the percentage of a man that won't cheat? And then he was like, all of them do. All of them. And then I saw a comment underneath, and the girl, she was like, if a man loves you enough, he won't cheat to where you'll never find out if he's cheating or not, because he'll, like, make sure that he hides it enough. And I put, oh. And oh my gosh, the amount of likes that I got on that, just oh, is so sad. I think right now, it's at like 500 likes, because it's just like, oh, okay, he's gonna cheat, but he'll just make sure I won't find out. Like, what? Ugh. Oh, that's so disgusting for me. Oh, I hate that. I know, like, honestly, that's why, like, you know, people say about finding a Christian man, because if he's in his word enough about God, then he won't cheat. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll be so strong in the Lord and his calling and his purpose as a man. You know, all these men out here, oh, I get bitches, I do this, I do that. Oh, I'm a man. Bitch, you're not a man. You need validation from a girl? You're not a man. You're less than a man. If anything, if you really need your ego stroked by a girl. Really? Really? Anyways. Hey, it's not my place to talk about that, but anyways, more or less. I don't know, I just, like, I love talking, and sometimes I don't have friends to talk to, so setting up a camera, talking through a microphone, being outside in nature. I was sick with COVID for a bit. Not fun at all. I'm on week 2 already. I still don't have my taste buds back, unfortunately. I don't know. Just days like this make me want to, like, block every man. Because I'm like, I'm sitting here alone, sad, thinking about all this time that's passed and I have done nothing with myself because solely based on how a man was feeling towards me or not. I haven't gotten a happy Valentines. I haven't gotten anything. And can you imagine? I was giving myself to this person, this man, just to be ghosted. Wait, am I saying too much? I think I'm saying too much. I like to talk, and if this relates to you, then so be it. And if it doesn't, then so be it. In the past, I'm gonna say in the past, I did, I was giving myself to this person. You know what I'm saying? In the past, I did give myself to this person. So to not receive a text or anything is just like, oh, okay, this person doesn't care anymore. This person doesn't care. My life is very complicated. I wish there was more that I could say how I speak to my friends. But I'm also not trying to ruin any of my relationships, even though there aren't very many relationships. And I don't mean romantic relationships. I just mean relationships in general. You know what I mean? Last year on Valentine's Day, 2024, my life was totally different. I'm trying to think back to where I was. Last year, February 14, I remember I was working at this other boba shop, and a situation sent me a happy Valentine's text. No. And then later that day, I ended up going home and thinking about how sad it was that I wasn't spending it with anybody. I had done things with people and still on that day, alone. And not with people, okay? I haven't done things with people. Ugh, I don't want to say too much, but I love talking. I just love talking. Basically, I ended up after work going to Olive Garden by myself, bought myself some food, my favorite dish. I love the chicken Alfredo. I love the shrimp miso fristo, something like that. I got myself a peach strawberry tea. It was fire. And then I ended up getting really bad anxiety, so I had to leave. And then I ended up leaving because I ended up getting really bad anxiety. So then I went home and I filmed this whole thing. I have a video on my channel of me spending February 14th by myself. It was really sad. I remember crying. And I don't think I have the video up anymore just because I was really vulnerable at that time and I didn't like the way I looked, even though I shouldn't care because it's my channel, and if you like me, then you like me. Or if you mess with me and my channel and the things that I say or do, whatever, then, I shouldn't even care because this is a community. So if you're watching this to this point, thank you. I love you. Think of it as a little February 14th yap sesh. Anyways, just last year, I was just I was sad. And I remember listening to all the sad songs that I used to listen to in my breakup and stuff like that. And, just damn, this is so sad. So sad. I wasted all this time, money, energy going back and forth with these men. And they just don't care. They just don't care. And it gets to a point, after hitting somebody up and they don't respond or they don't care to see you, whatever. It just gets to a point where you're like, okay, fine. I'm not even going to try with you anymore. If that's how you see me, if you don't think I'm important to you enough to respond or call back or whatever it is, then I'm just going to leave you alone. It gets to a point. I'm not, I'm not pushing anymore. I'm the girl. I'm not going to go chasing after you. I refuse, generally speaking. If somebody wants to text me, we text for a few days, and then you leave me on scene, you leave me on delivered, I'm not going to text you. I'm going to be triggered for a little bit, because how dare you? my ego will be a little bit hurt depending on how long we've known each other, but I will get over it. I'm not gonna like dwell on a person that does not care. You got me messed up. So this is my February 14th. How about you? Leave it in the comments. I really like long talking videos. This is a less edited video. I do have other videos that I want to post that I've already edited and stuff, but I want to just start posting. So today's February 14th, so that's why I'm making this video today. So hopefully this will be up by tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clip out some parts. You know, I've said too much sometimes. But yeah. Yesterday it was a rainy day, super rainy day. Like it rained all night, and today is like sunny. So I'm sure a lot of people were happy about that because now they can go out, go on their little dates, curl their hair won't go flat, that type of vibe. But yeah, my phone is inside the house right now because I know nobody I want to text me is going to text me. I deactivated my Instagram account, was very necessary on a day like today because I don't want to see anybody posting anything. I just think it's so pathetic that I've gone 5, almost 6 years single. You know, one of the years my ex did do something nice for me, you know, because we were on a good term that year. So I'm not going to say nobody's ever did anything throughout that time. So that was the one time. The only person that's ever done anything for me for Valentine's Day is my first ex. My first love, if you will. Yeah, so I'm very appreciative of him. I have nothing bad to say about anybody. Everybody's going through their own things, so I can't bash anyone for, oh, you're not doing this for me, you're not, because everybody has their own struggle too. So when you look at it from that perspective, then it's less like, oh, I hate you, you're not doing this, this, and that for me. This is also like an opportunity to see this as I should be focusing on myself and trying to get myself somewhere farther instead of worrying about what these guys are doing, instead of texting me or hitting me up. We're all living the same life, and like we all have a lot of growing to do. We're in our 20s. There's no reason to be like settled and sad about a boy. I wish I realized this sooner, but it took until 23, almost going on 24 to realize this, but at least I'm not 27 and realizing this. I'm 23 realizing this. 19, when I was 19 years old, that's not that far away from being 23, which is like a good thing to look at it that way, you know, because I still have time. I think the main thing is just like focusing on the grind, getting my head into like a good headspace and not worrying about what's going on around me. It's about growing my relationship with God, because at the end of the day, the only relationship that truly matters is between me and God. Nobody else can save you except for God, for Jesus. So, wow. We just had a breakthrough, guys. What? Breakthrough. Yeah, so, well, that's my February 14th. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Probably order myself food or something later. But then again, I'm kind of broke right now. So I don't know if that's gonna happen. But we'll see. I can't really taste anything either, so spending money on food that I can't even taste would probably suck, you know? Sorry if my hair looks crazy too. I just, I don't know. This is a whole yap sesh, so if you're listening to it, I love you. If not, I still love you, because there's too much hate in the world for me to be hating on anybody right now. Facts. But yeah, I was just looking at like my old TikTok videos of like when I was younger, and it was really making me sad because I was looking at them and I was like, oh, I remember what was happening in my life around this time, or you know, this person ghosted me at this time, or this person I felt like they were just using me at this time, or this person was laid up with another but I was still in love with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, all this stuff was just like, oh my gosh, like, popping up. And I was like, no way that was my life. And I was okay with it. What? Bitch, if you don't stand up and get your together. Anyways, I need to make this money by tomorrow. How am I gonna make this money by tomorrow? If you know, you know. If you know what that's from. Anyways, guys, I hope you see more of me because this is kind of fun. A little yap sesh. Yes, thank you. Sorry if there weren't enough visuals or aesthetics to catch the eye. I could have switched up the angle, but I don't want to do all that. Because I wanted to get my words out without worrying about how this video is going to look, you know? I'm so glad I got these little microphones too, because this is so convenient instead of yelling at the camera and then, like, you not really being able to hear me. This is a vibe. This is a vibe. Hey, thank you for coming to my Aliah's chat. Aliah chats. Aliah talks. What would I call this? Wait, this is a vibe. Hold on, let me cut this for a second. Testing, testing, testing. Before this video ends, I just want to say a few things that I want to happen after this video or forthcoming. I don't want to accept the bare minimum anymore. I don't want to worry about what a man is doing and why they just disappear on me. I don't want to worry about being sad anymore or stressed. I've had such high cortisol, just such high stress levels that it's made me like sick. Like, I was getting sick. Like I wake up and I just feel inflammation in my body. I go to sleep and I just feel sad and heavy and low. Like, I want to be able to smile and laugh again. I want to be able to live. Like, I mean, in this world, you know, like, it's just sad how this world is. So sometimes you really do have to just, like, put the focus on you and give yourself that love sometimes. And I want to enjoy life. I don't want to be moping around, worried about somebody treating me right or treating me bad or whatever it is. Like, I just want to live. I just want to live in this world that is already full of so many awful things. So treat yourself right, because nobody else will. You can't always depend on somebody to have an 100% attitude towards you every single day, because people don't care enough sometimes. Because people also have something that they're going through. You know, like, I don't take it personal when my friends don't text me, because they're also going through it. They have their own individual problems. You know, sometimes we can't make time for other people. Sometimes they can't make time for us, and that's okay. We shouldn't take it, like, personal. When I don't text back my friends, it's usually because I'm going through something, or I don't have money, or I just don't have the mental capacity to be able to sit there and send a message. You know? Like, it gets to that point. I think it's different when you're in a relationship, though, because then at that point you should be communicating because you're in a relationship with that person. But, like, friendships and stuff like that, like, don't take it personal. Like, we're all trying to fight this war. We're all trying to fight this thing called life. And, you know, you don't have to go through it alone. Of course, you can pray, talk to Jesus about it, because he truly does, like, help. Like, I've been wanting to, like, get more into that. And I don't know why I put it off. I think because, like, when I'm such in a high stressed, nervous freeze functioning mode, I'm so, like, focused, hyper fixed on whatever anxiety filled thing that I'm dealing with at the time. But yeah, it's kind of nice sitting outside. Sorry if you hear that noise in the background. We have, like, a wind chime. But yeah, guys. So as I was saying, I always get off topic because there's just so much to talk about. I want to live life. I want to be healthy. I want to get past all these trials that I just make up in my head that aren't even like really real. I worry about too much, and I just don't want to worry anymore. Like, there was a time where I was such a carefree kid. I was just doing things to do things, and I feel like the more you're aware about things, the more you learn. You can either fear more or you can just be aware more. And I think with me learning more, I think I just became more fearful than aware. And I want to switch that mentality because I can't depend on others forever to put me in a good mindset. No, I have to like fight through those things and do it myself, you know? Like recently, like I've been I've been fearful about taking this medication just because of all the side effects and stuff, but like I know there's like a very low chance in that happening because I'm healthy. I've taken it before. So it's like me just making up these things in my head, but because I'm so high function and so already anxiety ridden, that's like another thing that like stresses me out and like scares me. And I hate that for me. I really do. Like, I think people that are actually like happy in their life and feel they have control over their life, like it's a lot easier to get through things like that. I think it's just like harder for me because of all the anxiety that I've gotten throughout the years. And I'm not gonna lie, like at one point, like I did use people as like a band-aid for my anxiety. You know, I was so attached to my ex because I feel like he was just always there to put over a band-aid of all of my scars. And I think that's like, I don't know, like obviously I was in love with him, but like it just I just always felt like I can do things when I was around him. You know what I mean? Just because that was like our relationship. I was growing with him. He had already lived life, so he would like teach me things. Yeah. But like I felt like he was doing it because he loved me, not because because he cared for me, you know? But I can't also depend on anybody forever, you know? I have to get through these battles by myself, and so when people are away from me, I feel like I do learn how to get through these things. I think it's just hard when people come and they go, they come and they go, because you have to learn like what is your new normal, you know? That's why like the on and off thing, the hot and cold thing, it could be really like toxic mentally and definitely really draining, you know? It's not a good way to live either. So sometimes you really do have to like just stay away from people to learn your new normal and get over these things by yourself. And then when you get through those things, then you can start bringing people around. That's why sometimes like breakups happen, because sometimes you need to like grow without this person to get a new normal, to not depend on them emotionally or for anything else, you know? Because for the longest time I did depend on him emotionally, because he always kind of just put that band-aid. But like, because we don't really speak, it's like I have to learn to get through these things by myself. And I feel like I get mad because this person doesn't talk to me, but at the same time it's like it's actually helping me, even though like I may feel resentment at times, and I'm like, this person hates me, like I don't like them, I don't want to talk to them anymore. That's how you feel in the beginning, but then like when you have moments like this where you're sitting down and thinking about it, then that's when you actually realize that maybe this is doing me more good than bad. Because honestly, if I were to think about it right now, like if that were to be happening right now, it would just be slapping a band-aid on, and I wouldn't be able to like grow on my own or realize these things on my own. Hopefully somebody's listening to this and learning, or if you just want to know who I am and like the way I think about things, then this is a perfect example. I'm a yapper, as you can tell. I really need to let these things out sometimes. Even though this is going on the internet, I feel like it doesn't really matter, you know? Because sometimes you just want to be seen, you want to be heard, so when you post, like, crazy things, or, like, when people post themselves crying, it's not because they want, like, pity. It's because they want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want someone to care. It's like a cry for help, almost. I'm not crazy or anything. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. It's just, sometimes when you can't talk to people directly, the best next thing is talking about it and putting it on the internet. Am I right? Anyways, sorry. Awkward. But that's why people go live. That's why people make YouTube videos. That's why people make TikToks. That's why people write blogs and stuff like that to share their thoughts and, like, what they think on something and stuff like that. Anyways, here's Aliah, February 14, 2025. And thank you for. Oh, okay. When? The one want to say bye to. Yeah, this is me, Aliah Elione Martinez, February 14, 2025. And if you watched all the way to the end, thank you. I love you. And I hope to see you in the next video. Don't mind the mess in the background, okay? We're getting it remodeled. Sorry, that was really cringe. Anyways, I hope anybody learned something from this, that it's time for us to grow. It's time for us to be better and do better for ourselves before it's too late. Because it does get to a point, like, when you're older and you're like, damn, all this time. You don't want to be that person that's like, I can't believe I let all that time go to waste. I'm 23 and I'm thinking about that now. I can't believe I let all those years of my youth go to waste. You don't want to be that person in the next few years. So take a look at your life now and start now. And I hope I take something from this also, because I know I'm the one saying it. So if I don't apply everything that I just said to my life, then I'm just a hypocrite. And I don't want to be a hypocrite. I want to actually do something with this information that I just let out. Because what kind of example am I setting? I'm just speaking out my ass at this point if I don't actually do something with this. Anyways, guys, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Over and out. Are you flirting with me? Stop.